Hello, and welcome to this explanation video on how the Imminent Tornado Alerting System, or ITAS, works. We'll discuss how the National Weather Service issues tornado warnings, how people receive those warnings, and how ITAS filters tornado warnings to send out its alerts. We'll also take a look at a tornado scenario involving two customers, and then we'll discuss why you need ITAS and some of the benefits. So, how does the National Weather Service issue tornado warnings? As you may know, the National Weather Service uses radar to look inside storms. There, they can see the structure, wind speed, direction, and other variables. They use this information to determine if they think a tornado exists in a particular area. Once they decide if they believe a tornado is occurring, they issue a tornado warning. They estimate the speed that the tornado is moving and the area that will be affected. On the right side of your screen, you will see what is often referred to as the polygon. That red area is where they believe the tornado will affect. When the National Weather Service has issued a tornado warning, the public receives it in a variety of ways. They could receive it from television, hear outdoor sirens, or they may receive a wireless emergency alert if they are close to a cell tower that is within the polygon. They may also receive it from a weather radio. After the National Weather Service has issued the initial tornado warning, they can update it or modify it using what's called a severe weather statement, or an SVS. In the severe weather statements, they can trim the warned area and make the polygon smaller once the danger has passed people by. They can change it to say that it has been observed by the public. They can change it to show that tornado debris is being seen on the radar. They can also use a severe weather statement to cancel the warning. Now let's talk about ITAS. Once again, ITAS stands for Imminent Tornado Alerting Service. How does ITAS work? Well, ITAS takes all tornado warnings and severe weather statements issued by the National Weather Service and reviews them to see if those warnings or statements meet the imminent criteria in the software. Now, what do we mean by imminent criteria? ITAS is looking to see if the tornado has been observed, if it has been confirmed, if it has a debris signature seen on radar, or if other conditions have been met, such as the National Weather Service assigning a tornado damage threat level, or if it meets the thresholds established by our Nocturnal Tornado Index that assists ITAS during the overnight hours when fewer tornadoes are seen or observed. Once the imminent criteria have been met, ITAS uses the same polygon constructed by the National Weather Service to determine if they have any customers that are in the warned area. If so, it sends out text alerts to let the customer know that they are in imminent danger. This entire process takes milliseconds. Now, let's take a look at that scenario involving two customers and how ITAS would alert them. Let's say we have two customers. First, Robert Decker. He is 45 years old, living in Holly Springs, Alabama. He owns a smartphone, but does not own a weather radio. Our other customer is 75-year-old Sally Johnson, who lives in a mobile home in Oneonta, Alabama. She does not own a smartphone or a weather radio. She has an old flip phone. Our scenario begins at 8:30 p.m. when a tornado watch has been issued by the Storm Prediction Center, and it is valid from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. After the tornado watch is issued, our first customer, Robert Decker, decides to watch television coverage of the severe weather until midnight. He sees the weather is starting to calm down and decides to go to bed. Sally Johnson went to bed at 8 o'clock, and she has no idea what the weather is doing. At 12:29 a.m., the National Weather Service in Birmingham issues a tornado warning. The tornado is radar indicated. ITAS receives the warning but does not do anything. ITAS does not alert because the warning does not meet the imminent criteria. After the initial tornado warning is issued by the National Weather Service, our first customer, Robert Decker, receives a wireless emergency alert on his smartphone because he lives close to a cell tower that is in the warned area. However, he chooses to ignore it since things were starting to quiet down before he went to bed. Sally Johnson is still asleep, not aware of what is going on around her. At 12:31 a.m., a severe weather statement, or SVS, is issued by the National Weather Service in Birmingham to update the original tornado warning. The tornado is now confirmed. ITAS receives the SVS and initiates the alert process since the tornado warning now meets the imminent criteria. After ITAS sends out the text alerts, our first customer, Robert, receives it and immediately takes shelter in his basement. Our other customer, Sally, is also awakened by the text alert because her daughter set up her ITAS subscription for her. She immediately heads to the mobile home park's tornado shelter knowing she is in immediate danger. Now let's talk about some of the benefits of ITAS. ITAS drastically reduces false alarms. The National Weather Service tornado warnings are false alarms more than 70% of the time. On the other hand, ITAS alerts verify, which means there is evidence of the tornado being on the ground near 70% of the time. ITAS alerts use the exact GPS location of your home or business that you enter at time of sign-up, which means you do not have to be concerned if your cell phone or the closest cell tower are in the warned area. Also, by using text messages, they are more apt to go through to your phone than other types of notifications from other weather apps. Thank you for watching this video. For questions, concerns, issues, or to provide general feedback, please find us on Facebook at The Guardian Canary, where you can like our page or send us a message, or send us an email at info@theguardiancanary.com.